Welcome back, everyone, to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. And this time, we're going to be taking a look at an epic 2v2 that I've been sent. Yes, this epic 2v2 has been sent by the guy who is currently playing as the OKV over here, the fucking OKW. Psycho. You may know him as my Discord server's creator. You have to thank him for that wretched hive of scum and villainy or whatever the fuck. So he's obviously playing the OKW because he's German, so he likes to play the OKW. I don't know. He plays the Bismarck in fucking World of Warships, so what do we know? And his friend is Eilinus the Kyrgyzstan. With an E instead of an I. Now, I'll call him Alan this entire game, so just know that I'll call him Alan, because one, it's easier than Eilinus the Kyrgyzstan, and two, that's what he was called in my Discord server at the time that he joined and I got to know him. You might, depending on when I upload this, you might know him as the guy who's playing Germany in the current Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer series. Not the British guy, not the first one, not Snooper. Anyway, so Alan over here is playing as the Wehrmacht, of course, and he's chosen German infantry doctrine, which got reworked. Okay, sure. Anyway, their enemies are Seeds, who is playing as the Soviet Union, and he's going down to the south of Liarno. And the other person is Azefiel, who's playing as the Brits, going, of course, to the north, which is probably a good choice, because fuck this map, and fuck the British on this map especially. Anyway, first little engagement coming up in the sort of southern section near the VP. I am hoping that the audio levels are good, but whatever. And the Grenadiers obviously will do pretty good at long range. Now, I see that Seeds has gone for a tier 1. So he's got the special rifle command to get out some penals. I'm not sure if he's going to go for a sniper. He definitely just wants the penals, I think, for the satchel charges to clear out the buildings, and just in general for the SVTs to bring out that DPS. Anyway, that's going on down south. However, because the Soviets built tier 1, they have less infantry squads, which means that the Germans are taking more map control right now. In the north, we have the Vickers machine gun being rushed straight off the bat by Zephiel, and it's worked out fantastically for him, as the Volksgrenadiers are forced to get the hell out of there through the negative cover and taking heavy damage on the way out. And the Sturmpioniere over here, the Sturmpiles, definitely can't do anything because Psycho is not flanking. How dare you not flank? But I basically just caught with the tip of the camera. I saw that the Vickers was setting up and he was trying to flank with Folks, but it didn't work out for him. So right now, obviously, we have that the Penal Battalion is trying to charge down to reclaim the southern side of the map, but obviously it's not working because of this MG42. Grenadiers in the center are trying to nab that fuel point from the Allies, who are controlling the one fuel point and also have a pretty easy chance to secure the northern fuel point. So potentially the Allies are in a great spot when it comes to fuel. However, the Germans have the entire south with the munitions. Not sure how useful that could be in the long term, but you know, some rifle grenades, I guess, wouldn't be bad. He can upgrade those MG42s pronto. He's also going for a mortar, Alan, and I think that this is a pretty good decision because he saw that the Brits brought out this MG, this Vickers MG. In fact, the British are just spamming machine guns. He's got 3 of them. And obviously this is mostly having to do with the fact that he is in the north side. Now, the Allies right now are making a big mistake. They're allowing the Germans to sit back, kind of. With 2 VPs, although at the beginning of the game, VPs aren't the most important thing, but also the munitions down south. The only thing that they have over the axis is the control of the fuel points, but as you can see, they've got 30 fuel income as opposed to 19 because the Axis just have more map control in general. So all these strategic points are giving a lot of fuel to the Germans that normally they wouldn't have. And this is obviously pretty shit for the Allies because they can't just be letting the Germans get away with basically surviving the early game without much pressure. Nice. This is going to be a wipe, I think, on that. Yep, wipe on the infantry section up there. The Vickers is taking a flame grenade to the face, although it did manage to get some good suppression down, forced one squad to retreat. The mortar is setting up in the north and trying to deal with the machine gun, but the machine gun moved. And as you can see, the fact that the Allies are not really pushing at all on the southern side of the map, nor trying to sort of harass in the middle or flank around in the north, in other words, they're playing too passively, is allowing the Germans basically time to set up their own little offensive over here. Oh, this Volksgrenadier just got completely wiped out thanks to the fact that, well, he can just retreat for defense. You can jump over it, but you cannot retreat out of it. Now, they did manage to wipe out one machine gun, but the machine gun is pretty safely in the Allied region of the map. One infantry section needs to get the hell out of there, as well as the mortar needs to get out because of a nice flank coming in from all the penal. So Strafniki over here are doing their duty. Yeah, it doesn't look like really the Germans have much in the way of infantry to counter this, and there goes another Volksgrenadier squad. So Psycho losing a metric shit ton of full squads, and that is obviously not particularly good. Also because this squad that just died, I think, had STGs. I think the squad had STGs. So also a waste of 50 munitions. And yeah, it looks like the fences in this area aren't really working out to the Allies' advantage. Anyway, Scout Sniper, abbreviated as SS. That is totally what that flag meant. In case you don't know, there's a picture floating around on the internet of like US soldiers in Afghanistan with an SS flag posing in front of it. And apparently it was claimed that like that flag was chosen because it was supposed to mean, or like these people thought it meant Scout Sniper. So I don't fucking know. Anyway, the Scout Sniper, the SS Aryan Ubermensch, is not doing jack shit because he's out of range. But here comes all the other Aryan Ubermensch wiping out one penal battalion and well, not exactly the whole battalion. Why is it called a battalion if there's only 6 people? I have no idea. Wiping out one Strafbot and just taking fire from Sniper. Now, obviously, Sniper... Veteran squad leader. Oh, that's what the German infantry doctrine does. Wait, is that a Vickers? No, that is an MG42. Then why was the squad over there? Nobody knows. Double satchel charge, but why? I have no idea. Sniper also forced to retreat from the amount of rifle fire coming in from the Nazis. Now, it is good to see that there's one engineer squad from Seeds. While everything is going on up here, they're just capping around. This is very, very good use of their time and a very efficient use of the engineer squad. I also see a great big bullshit mortar of doom, as my good friend Rommel used to call it. The 120mm mortar is now available to destroy the German dogs, as well as the guards. So this is why he went tier 1. He wanted to get guards for the extra anti-vehicle. In the meantime, he was going to use the penals as anti-infantry, of course. Anyway, let's speed it up a little bit. Now, apparently, I've been spoiled who wins this game, because Psycho is a piece of shit. Psycho's the one who sent me the replay, by the way. He's a piece of shit, and he told me who wins. But supposedly, this is supposed to be like the greatest, the most close game of all time. This sniper's dead. Well, that's lucky. I expected this guy to die. Anyway. Yeah, the sniper is up here. I'm not sure for the counter-sniping potential or anything else, but I like the sniper choice from the Germans. Sort of. Although I definitely see something that is a little bit of an issue. Oh, command releases a veteran squad leader to increase the effectiveness of the unit. Grants a squad leader armed with a G43. I don't like this that much. Well, it depends. It depends on like how good this squad leader with G43 actually is. But like MG42s, man, you cannot upgrade it. You cannot upgrade the MG42 if you have the G43, and well, MG42 good. So I don't know. Run away! There we go. He's running. He's getting the hell out of there. I kind of like the idea of the sniper from the German side, as I said, for the counter-sniping potential, also to deal with all of these goddamn British MGs, who are, I'm certain, extremely aggravating to play against. Incredibly infuriating stuff. Medic squad. The problemo with this that I see is that he's got a lot of infantry on the field, and so his upkeep is going to be very, very high. In general, his manpower usage has probably been pretty high, although he's getting battle phase 2. He's got 80 fuel and 240 manpower, so it's not that bad, to be honest. He must have not taken many casualties, has he? Units lost 20. Units lost still 20. Well, I mean, it's in a very low intensity game overall, so yeah, if it had been a more, like, yeah, just a more intense combat kind of game, this would have been pretty bad. Ooh, Glider HQ. So that's Vanguard Operations. Where's the officer, though? Wasn't this the one that gave you the officer? Was supposed to give you the air officer, right? No, just deploys a forward glider headquarters. I'm getting things wrong. It's been a long time since I've casted Company of Heroes to like in any sort of serious way. Oh no, Psycho. See, Psycho needs to stop vaulting over this goddamn fence, or he needs to ask his buddy. Oh, is he gonna? That's incredibly lucky. Oh, he's also flanking with Fallschirmjägers! Holy shit! It's destroying everything with the Fallschirmjäger! But the Fallschirmjäger need to get the hell out of there as well. In fact, they're in a very shitty spot. They're taking fire from, like, every squad in the world. And they're about to walk through the machine gun. Cowards and traitors will be shot by machine guns! And they were killed. Except instead of by their own machine gun, by the enemy machine gun. So basically what the... Nice mortar. What the Germans need to do, I think, is destroy these fences at this point. They have caused so many wipes at this point in the game. It's not even funny. Oh no. Oh no, this is dangerous. Oh shit, the sniper is in a terrible position. I think the MGs saw what was going on, and it actually... Oh, Psycho getting a Lux at this exact moment. I'm not sure if this is good, though, because it's the guards, so they can PTRS the hell out of this Lux. Now, yeah, he's taking heavy damage, of course. And Psycho's not having a good day, but they have to run away because of the MG42 that has, in meantime, managed to set up. So, I guess this is pretty good. The Lux now needs to repair, and I think what would be a very good usage of the Lux would be to come down and deal with these Penals, these pesky guys, sneak capping in the southern side of the map, so that the Germans can regain some map control by retaking the strategic point, by retaking some of these strategic points down here, the munitions, the VP, and eventually trying to roll in on this MG. Now, the main problem for the Germans, I'd say, is the fact that they keep trying to go after the same spot. In fact, the Allies have fortified this location with MGs and 120mm mortars, which is obviously pretty strong. But I really, really love the Lux choice by Psycho, because this British guy has invested so heavily into anti-infantry. He's got MGs up the wazoo, and also Brenns on his infantry sections. Infantry sections will have 5 members, so this means that he has chosen both the weapon racks and the bolster infantry squad. So that's 50 fuel that can't be used towards teching. Now, he has upgraded the company command post, but he hasn't been able to get either the anvil or the hammer, nor go for any meaningful vehicles, really, because all his infantry purchases mean that he is very low on infantry. And he's even basically out of AT. He doesn't have any AT. And the only AT that the entirety of the allies have are the 2 PTRSs. So this is actually insane. I didn't catch this because I just didn't think about it. It looks... Oh, it's the sniper. Dmitry, no! Well, Dmitry is dead. Dmitry Petrenko. Oh, no. Get out! No! You're not microing! Is he going to be able to get the hell out of there? Yes, he is! In the meantime, Panzer IV comes in from Allen, and this is very, very good. Because again, just the fact that there's no goddamn AT on the Allied side. To be honest, this Panzer IV really could just charge in there. The fact that there's no AT on the Allied side at 16 minutes is just such a massive underestimation of what the Germans can bring out. Now, yeah, the fact that this Panzer IV isn't just charging in and killing everything is making me quite angry. There's an AT gun that's being built, and the window of opportunity for the Germans to just run amok and not care about anything is fast slipping away. Now, let's actually see how good this is. The G43 and the 5-man squad. It doesn't look to be too bad. They definitely have a little bit more survivability. They just ran into 2 penals and survived for quite a while. But definitely no damage output to speak of, so this is pretty sad. Okay, finally he's able to cap some points, and I think this is finally where the Germans can reclaim this middle fuel point, finally, because, yeah, no way this machine gun can stop this P4. Now, it would be really, really lovely if this P4 was actually up here for the main charge, but Psycho's moving in with his Volksgrenadiers while the Allies were trying to build things. Now, one squad is destroyed, but, oh, this is the forward HQ syndrome. He's thinking he's safe because he can just retreat to this forward HQ and reinforce, but this is potentially very dangerous because if the Axis can bring together a lot of AoE damage, a lot of explosives, Panzer IV, mortars, perhaps artillery. Do they even have the possibility of having any artillery? Well, fragmentation bombing later on, but that's way too late. Obviously, airborne assault. So, other than those 2 things, I guess only on-map artillery like the support gun, which is at 3 kills. Ooh. Drop the PTRS. Wipe. Wipe it! No, he can't wipe it. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, this P4, 15 kills, definitely saving the game over here for the Nazis. He definitely thinks he's SS Panzer, 2nd Panzer Division, Hitlerjugend, Michael Wittmann 1488 XX. Not without reason to think so, to be honest. Oh, he's upgraded the Pinos with the PTRSs. I don't like this choice at all. Now, obviously, this means that he can throw the anti-tank satchels and do some damage to the tanks. He's also getting a T-34-85. The problem is he's just without like general purpose anti-infantry units. That is lucky as fuck. That is just so fucking lucky. That is just so insanely lucky. It's disgustingly lucky. That MG was 0.5 seconds from getting out. Anyway, ooh, mortars. Anyway, this makes them very, very vulnerable to things like these grenadiers just coming in and capping everything. Also, these Fallschirmjägers. Of course, here comes the T-34-85, but who knows how effective this can be. I like T-34-85s in general, and he's actually, ooh, he's kind of lucky. He's kind of insanely... How lucky is this guy? He had no idea where this P4 was. For all intents and purposes, from Seeds' point of view, this P4 had retreated to base to repair. How fucking lucky is he that Allen didn't... Allen is suiciding this P4, to be honest. Oh! Oh, Blitz! Blitz! Pog! Holy shit. He just all over that Soviet T-34-85. Oh, but he's getting stuck on shrubbery. I like how this T-34-85 is chasing the Panzer IV. No, this is not a good decision, T-34-85. How lucky, how fucking lucky is this T-34-85 though? Like, Seeds has just gotten 3 mega strokes of luck. 1, the wipe on that MG42. 2, the fact that he found that P4 in such a shitty state, in such a shitty position, for no reason. 3, the fact that this T-34-85 got away out of that. Honestly, he really shouldn't have. Like, he deserved to lose that T-34-85 so much. So yeah, not that good. And as you can see, the Allies are all huddled around the HQ, and this is bad news for them because 1, they need to get out and cap points because, you know, it's Company of Heroes, so you need to cap points. 2, this makes them very, very, very easily containable by the German artillery, which is obviously quite good. Here comes some stormtroopers being spawned in the building. Very bad decision. Because obviously, like, if there's the penals over there, what's going to happen? Nothing good. Epic satchel charge. In this case, super epic satchel charge. And that's 340 manpower down the drain. 340 manpower that could have been used on, well, I guess saving for like a Brumbear or a Panther. In this position, honestly, if I was Alan, I would go for the Panther because I know that there's T-34-85s, and so I would want Panthers to deal with those effectively. In hindsight, I know that there's a Katyusha, so obviously that's going to be, the Panther is going to be good for hunting down that Katyusha. And in general, I would also be preparing for any kind of allied armor, including potential British picks. How lucky is this T-34-85? Did you see that snipe on the Lukes? That was so far away. Incredible. So yeah, that's what I would be going for if I was Alan. And wait. Whoa, what? Hold on. How? Is this Company of Heroes 1? Where you can build the mine line or whatever? What? I think... is he doing this on purpose? Did he, like, queue up the mines and this kind of... So, see, the reason why this is a terrible decision and... See, in Company of Heroes 1... Okay, history lesson. In Company of Heroes 1, you used to build mines, or... Mines used to be built in a way where basically you click and you can drag a, like, line of mines, like a kind of minefield kind of thing, right? Now, this was a bad idea because they would be built close enough to each other that when one exploded, the other ones would explode as well. So, yeah, this is a terrible decision. This is a completely garbage decision. Why would you be doing, and because of this, in Company of Heroes 2, now you build single mines. Why would you purposely return to the inefficient, yeah, like, point proven. That was so weird. Anyway, time to fucking speed up a little bit. So we have some commandos up here, of course. Decent decision from Ezekiel to counter some of the German infantry that's left, and also sort of sneak cap in the north. Katyusha also, by the way, an excellent choice to deal with the Nazi blobs in the north and also put some pressure on the Schwerpanzer headquarters. Schwerpanzer headquarters, which is going for a Panther as well. So actually, maybe Alinist, the Kekistan over here, Alan, might want to go for something that's not Panthers, unless they just want to spam Panthers. And to be honest, I'm not that against a bit of a Panther spam in this case, because the allies are still lacking AT. Make no mistake. And in fact, I think Ezefiel is going to go for a Firefly. Yo, he's actually using Raid. Pog? Wow. That's a pretty funny choice. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Oh god. Oh god, these Fallschirmjägers. Just absolutely smashing those guards. Oh, that grenade. That grenade could have been epic. Instead, it was just good. Wait. Yo, hold on. What the fuck? What do you mean, Fallschirmjägergewehr? They already have FG-42s. What? What is this weirdness? Oh, now they have two. Okay, so now they start with two Kar-98s. Okay, guess patches happened. So they start with two Kar-98s and then you upgrade it for the full 4 FG-42s. Okay, this makes sense. Oh, this makes sense because it's an incentive to actually preserve Fallschirmjägers because you can't just spawn in behind enemy lines and upgrade the FG-42s. I see. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, I enjoy this. This change. It's good. Katyusha destroying a lot of German squad weapons. Taking out that support gun, so no veterancy for you. In fact, also the support gun might die because of great big bullshit mortar of doom. Now, Panzerwerfer has been built by Alan to counter the mortars and also the Katyusha. I like this, yeah, because they're huddling around the HQ. You want to punish that with AoE, so that's good. Yeah, so I think this is the general trend, you know, Germans going into some Panthers, maybe a little bit of artillery, all the while trying to maintain the siege on the Glider HQ and trying to bleed the Allies dry through, you know, a bit of spawn camping. And Allies going for some medium tanks. Now, obviously, this is, yeah, just send in your fucking T-34, 85s into the forest where they can't maneuver out of danger. Excellent decision. It was a bad decision. And yeah, here comes the blob. Run them over. Run them over. Come, Psycho. Run these guys over. Run them over. No, don't run away. Run them over. Crush, 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 crush. Run over. Here comes the vehicle button and a shitload of anti-tank satchels. This Panther might be dead. Oh wow, that actually does literally no damage. Oh pog. This is so sad though. You didn't run them over. You should have run them over. Should have done an epic crush kill, like in my good old days of playing Company of Heroes 2. I used to love crushing the infantry. How sad. Good efforts by the British player to recap this fuel all the time with the raid operation, by the way. Now, P4 has to get the hell out of there from this T-34-85, but there's Panzerfaust nearby. Wait. There's no more Panzerfaust on Fallschirmjägers. Okay. Looks like Fallschirmjägers got, like, mega nerfed. Oh, they're not 440 anymore, they're 340. Oh. Ho ho. So that's actually a mega buff. I see. Damn. Sniper up to 14 kills, so not the worst. He's getting a machine gun, though, so he needs to get the fuck out of there. Wait, he missed? What? How? Oh, he was suppressed, right. AT gun trying to snipe the sniper. This reminds me of the 57mm from Company of Heroes 1. By the way, I love this pairing, by the way. The Panzerwerfer and the sniper. Definitely excellent. The sniper can spot for that artillery. And if the sniper is giving vision on an area and the artillery fires upon it, it's going to be more accurate because it's going to be, you know, firing into a reconned area. Now, he fired in just by sheer luck. Hit the Katyusha. Especially good is the fact that he's putting pressure on these 120mm mortars. Now, of course, the 120mm mortar, for some goddamn reason, is just... it's just overpowered as fuck, and so only with one man, no matter, it doesn't die. So that's unlucky, but if it had been any other mortar, it would have been a wipe of all that XP, which, to be fair, is no XP. So I really, really love, in general, this German play with their elite infantry to take control of the southern side of the map. That is good. Stuka for Psycho. Oh, 13 kills. Okay, this is doing pretty well. Now, first Schwer... Psycho, you did the dumb... like, so, as a rule, the first Schwer Panzer Headquarters is going to survive a lot longer than any other. And it still got killed. And then you rebuild the second one in the same goddamn location. I'm sorry, nigga. I like you, but, like, that was a dumb move. Like, come on. This is so vulnerable. Not even funny how vulnerable it is. At this point in the game, just build it in the base. Just build it in the base. You know, it doesn't matter. Just build it in the base and use it as AA. Even though they have they do have the strafing support. Not exactly the most. Was that the Katyusha? Holy moly, that was the Katyusha. Super lucky. He's now Vet 2, of course. Okay, Panzer Offensive of Doom. Got kind of stuck in its tracks because of a mine. Build mines all the time. Now, Churchill Crocodile. I did not expect Ezefiel to go for a Churchill Crocodile. In fact, I think this is a terrible decision. I think he should have gone for a Sherman Firefly. And it would have been a much better purchase. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Here comes the satchel charges on the Panzer IV. No, don't put them together. They're gonna... okay. Barely survives. Barely survives. Auftrag is kaput, which means that the Panzerwerfer is dead. Well, okay. I guess the Churchill Crocodile is just able to... What was this Panther doing this entire time? Why didn't the half-tracks get retreated earlier? I have no idea. Anyway, this is supremely unlucky. The fact that both the mines took care of the engines of these tanks means that this Panther is right now pretty much alone and getting circle strafed by a T-30... Nigga. Oh, okay. Well, that came out of the blue. Here comes the Panzerschrecks, who have done nothing this entire time, but now they're ready and able to destroy the T-34-85, but thankfully, at least, Allen is not chasing the Churchill Crocodile with the anti-tank infantry. Now, Psycho really should have just been retreating with the Panther, reversing away into the base, instead of trying to keep up with the circle strafe. Like, that shit's done by Tigers, not by Panthers. Panther can just run away. It literally can just run away. Okay, sure. So, in general, the VPs were even. In terms of PopCap, the Allies are slightly ahead, but I'm not the biggest fan of this Churchill Crocodile pick over here. Just in general. Even though Psycho threw away his Panther. Wait, he built a... genius. Yeah, I guess it's gonna get a lot of infantry kills. I don't know. Yeah, and it's gonna be a good counter to these Panzerschrecks. Oh, but actually, did it hit a mine or what? well, almost dead, but as you can see, Panzerschrecks have a really, really hard time with the Churchill Crocodile. Churchill Crocodile also getting kind of lucky with the 10% HP. Shrek Squad's getting very lucky with the 10% HP. Here comes the T-345, and this should be your clue to get the fuck out of there with your Panzerwerfer, by the way. Anyway, so new strategy for the Germans, I think, should be to play it safe, sort of use the time to rebuild up to like 75% pop cap for Psycho. Get 1 or 2 vehicles out. In the meantime, let Alan sort of keep the Germans... Yeah, just sort of keep the Germans on life support for like a little bit. He can do that. He's got a very, very strong force. Very, very well-rounded force. He's got the AT infantry. He's got the line infantry. He's got the armor. He's got the sort of heavier armor. He's got some artillery. That was a terrible fragmentation bombing. And if they can chill it out for a little bit and Psycho can rebuild himself, then they can come back with a vengeance and be a little bit better prepared to deal with the Crocodile. Now, I would really, really love to see Psycho get 2 or 3, not just 1, but 2 or 3 Raketenwerfers, because they would be pretty good at like just dealing damage to the Churchill Crocodile if you keep them spread out, because the Churchill Crocodile can deal very, very easily with 1 Raketenwerfer, but not so easily with multiples. Oh, here comes the Panzerwerfer! Just completely smashing the anti-tank gun and the mortars. Now, the British are building the 17-pounder, and the 17-pounder barely managed to get built because he was building with the fucking upgraded Royal Engineers, the heavy engineers. So this is about high time for the Nazis to get the hell out of there and use a Stuka on this guy. Where's the Stuka? Oh, the Stuka's dead. Okay, I'm retarded. Oh, he's got Panzerschrecks. He's got Panzerschrecks! Right. Why did the British build this thing when Panzerschrecks are around? Okay, he's used the brace structure. Now, the Panzerschrecks need to get out of there, but he is very vulnerable to those Shreks with the 17-pounder. And, yeah, the only way this 17-pounder is, like, really usable is if the Churchill Crocodile sits in front of it, I guess. The 17-pounder deals with the armor, while the Churchill Crocodile deals with the infantry. But, you know, the Allies have approximately -5 map control. So, yeah. This is a problem. They have no idea whatsoever. For all that they know, there's like 4 Panzer IVs over here just waiting to get around and blow up this 17-pounder in like 0.5 seconds before anyone can react. So, yeah. He could have built it like over here. It still would have had some decent range. But in general, I just dislike this idea a lot. I just dislike the 17-pounder. Oh no, oh no, okay. Get out of there. Here comes Panzerwerfer. It's gonna be on the... No, it's not gonna be on the thing. How lucky. Okay. Okay, so German tanks are repaired. P4 is almost vet-free. That's going to make it very, very strong. Here comes an epic flank. He's... This blob. Lamau, this blob. Bro, look. This blob is epic blob, right? But, if German had attacked here, he would have seen your blob. And your blob is even more, because look, in screen I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unit. With here I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unit. So who is blob? I mean, you in your HQ 9 unit. Them in their HQ 7 unit. So shut the fuck up. and get good or whatever. I don't fucking know. The stick sucker. Well, that's true. I hate the Germans too, especially the OKW. Anyway, this Panther is doing the same thing that this T-34-85 was doing. Mark my fucking words, he's gonna end up like that T-34-85. He is so close to like a million mines. 6-pounder turns around, but yeah, it's doing a lot of damage to the 17-pounder. This is pretty clever because he's going to force the 17-pounder into brace structure, which is going to allow everybody else to push up from the west or from the east. In fact, he might even be able to destroy the 17-pounder on its own. Yes, because here comes the Panzer River barrage, and now he gets out. I would like to say that I'm a good caster for predicting that this was going to happen, but it was so goddamn obvious that I can't really even claim that, you know? And in general, I think that the Allies are in a pretty shitty position at this point. Because, ooh, this Katyusha could turn some things around if he gets a wipe or two. One wipe on a Panzer Grenadier, Vet-free Panzer Grenadier. Vet-free Grenadier and Vet-free Panzer Grenadier almost wiped, but not totally. And the Church of Crocodile is deciding to just charge into everything. And, well, okay, that's some pretty good damage. But he's taking a lot of damage himself. Oh, he bounced the Rakenwerfer shot. If the Panther had been full HP, he would have died. But because the Panther was low HP, he survives. So I guess that's a pretty good push from the Crocodile. Second Panther on the field for Allen. I kind of agree with this choice because the Soviet is going to go for some T-34-85s. Although he's actually... he's branching into Katyushas because he's losing his T-34-85s. Now, he thinks it's because the Germans are OP. And, well, the Germans are definitely annoying. Okay. He lost his T-34-85s not because the Germans are OP. It's because he used them like shit. So now he's mad and is branching into Katyusha. So I guess the Panthers are good against the Katyusha too. Okay, so 17-pounder didn't work. Let's try a Bofors. All right. How interesting. Basically, all that the Axis needs to do at this point to secure this game is try to find a way to secure this northeastern VP at this point, because really the only thing that they're lacking, they have armor superiority by far. PopCap is pretty similar, but German late game is generally qualitatively pound for pound better than Allied late game, so we're pretty much equal on army value. And they have map control advantage from all of this. Basically, the only thing they're lacking is VP advantage, and that's going to be there in a little bit. Panthers, it's your time to shine. Flank. Come on. Ooh, yep. Now, there are a couple of AT guns covering the rear of this Crocodile, but maybe he has pushed just a little bit too far. He needed to not stop with the Panthers, though. He can charge in, but he's going to lose one Panther at least. Oh, well... okay, I guess he just penetrated every single shot. That's good, but he can call off another one instantly because he had like 1,000,000 fuel. How much fuel has he been floating? Holy crap. Right. That is an interesting choice. Oh, right. He didn't actually call it in. It's because when you lose the heavy tank now, you have the ability to go on cooldown. Right. I forgot. So, how about some fireflies? Like, you got 67 pop cap. If you get a firefly that's 16 pop cap, and this is 20 pop caps of 36. So he doesn't have quite enough pop cap for firefly plus crocodile, but if he loses 1 or 2 units, then he does. So honestly, I think that that's the way to go for the Brits at this point. Get yourself a firefly for extra anti-vehicle support. That's actually somewhat mobile, and you don't need to micro it as much. Just, I guess, go suicide the 1 infantry section? I don't know. I really don't know what he could sacrifice. I mean, the Bofors. This thing is like fucking 10 pop cap or whatever. I don't remember exactly how much pop cap this thing's cost. But it's not okay. It's just not okay. It would be good for him to lose it. Oh yeah, he's actually asking his friend to destroy... Can't you delete it? Anyway, he's actually asking his friend to destroy the Bofer. Because he's like, oh shit, I need pop cap. Damn. Commandos pogging, although they're also getting destroyed. So Brumbear on the field, I like this choice, actually. I like this choice because the 2 Panthers, good, but lacking anti-infantry. And especially this is going to be useful against the AT guns. Nice. Blob. Oh my god. How obvious was that? How incredibly obvious, and how incredibly lucky that none of the Vet 2 got and Vet 3 got wiped. Oh, block. Oh, nice. Nice Panzerfaust. Needs to get out of there, but that means that this guy dies. The Brumbear is actually charging in with like no HP, which is a pretty bold move. In fact, I think a pretty stupid move. Okay, there goes the T-34-85. Now, the Brumbear is just pushing up to help deal with these AT guns, and it's working because the Allies now have no AT. Just absolutely nothing. Nothing left. So these Panthers can basically just set at range and use the Pinto top mounted MG42s to deal damage while, shooting at the Bofors a little bit. Yeah, this is not looking good for the Allies. I think that with this push, the Germans can really secure mostly the win, unless these guards can pull something out of the blue, but the Brumbear's looking at them. Yep. Now, 100 points remaining, but the Fallschirmjägers are capping, and I just don't see the Allies having enough capping power to come back and really doing anything. Now, funnily enough, this flak emplacement has no kills, so this tells me that they never try to harass down into the south and cap, back cap this VP. This is I think pretty much the main reason why the Allies lost, and I'm calling it at this point. I think the Allies are going to lose. This Panther is going to die, though. Damn, these satchel charges are quite something. Because look at this, the Germans are at 98 VPs. They would be in a much worse position had there been just a little tiny bit of sneak capping and pressure to divide the Germans from basically just sitting up in the north, attacking into the glider. Oh no, another 17-pounder. Wait, did he lose? Okay, there goes one of the vet-free penals. There goes one of the vet-free penals, and that's a massive fucking loss, actually, for Seeds at this point. He is getting an SU-85, but too little, too late, and honestly, not even, like, the greatest choice. Honestly, he threw away his T-34-85s in a way that is pretty sad. And if the T-34-85s had been used better on Liurno, they can do a lot of work because of all the open space that they have to maneuver. In fact, I would say that the T-34-85s are better than the Su-85s on this map, especially when you're facing something like medium spam from the German side. Here comes that free Katyusha. It's just kind of firing randomly. So it's highly unlikely that it's going to wipe out much. So, yeah. Let me just get a screenshot for the thumbnail. Screenshot of the MVP, of course, of this round. The epic flak emplacement. Fucking flak emplacement, man. What's a good angle for this thing? Something like this. There we go. Yes, in general, I just don't like mainly three things about what the allies did. One, excessive turtling. Well, actually, let's do it in order of like important to less important. So first, no harassing, no backcapping, and he's like, "Oh no, that is a flak emplacement." He just knows about this now, and that's how easy it would have been to deal with it. Yikes. He can just reman it. I would just reman it if I was him, just in case there's another one coming. So yeah, this is just so sad. No harassing, no backcapping. Mistake that everybody always does in Company of Heroes, but these two players in particular. Two is the wasting of their medium tanks. 3 is the excessive sort of just standing around the forward HQ, which is linked to the basically lack of dynamic gameplay, especially in the southern region of the map. It's linked to that. It's not the same thing. It's allowed the German artillery on a more tactical level to get a lot of kills, a lot of easy kills, and the emplacements are just like, no. So, yeah. And I think if those things had not existed, then it would have been much easier for the Allies to secure the lead they had in the early game. Oh, I just fucked up. To secure the lead they had in the early game and have a much better run at it. Instead, now the Germans are very, very much overwhelming in their superiority. They have more resources, they have more map control. Run away! They have more map control, they have more resources. They're about to have 2 VPs on lockdown, essentially. Except the southern one... He's going to be able to destroy the flak emplacement because this thing is super vulnerable to tanks. And the one Panzerschreck from the Sturmpile is definitely not able to deal with the T-34. So he has to send down one Panther to prevent this thing from being sneak capped too hard. Which is obviously not the greatest use of a Panther ever. And massive panzer charge in the middle, actually going to run straight into the new 17-pounder. Which was such a terrible decision that the Axis were not expecting this. In fact, Allen runs into his own fragmentation bombing. Not exactly the greatest choice of all time, but the Panther is in the rear of the 17-pounder, so he's going to be able to destroy that 17-pounder. Here comes a strafing support to try to get some suppression on the infantry and some rockets on the Panther, but the Panther, having destroyed the 17-pounder, wisely decides to get the hell out of there, utilizing the ancient utilizing the ancient Numidian tactic of drive-by shooting, and this was recorded in all the commentaries of Scipio Africanus. So obviously taking a page out of ancient classical tactics, and yeah, now the Brits are stuck in their HQ and they're gonna lose all their veteran units. Now this is not exactly the most efficient assault ever. Let's just say that. So 2 Panthers going down. Wait, do the Allies have a chance? Because here comes the cap in the south. And there goes the Broom Bear from the... This is so hilarious. The crocodile chasing the Broom Bear. But the crocodile is wasting everything by dying, which is not exactly the greatest thing. Here comes the Vet 2 Panther with like no HP. Coming in to destroy the crocodile. Sherman Firefly is on the field, but it's too late. At this point, there's no more German tanks except 1 Panther. And 1 Panther versus 1 Firefly, I like the odds for the Panther. Yeah, okay. It looked like for half a second that the Allies had a chance, but now the Fallschirmjägers can recap the Southern VP. And, wait, Fallschirmjägers are now para-dropped. Okay. And in the north, they can, you know, very, very easily cap up the Northwestern VP with the Glider HQ being dead. So I'm calling it 100% now. It's like, yeah, obviously here comes the guards trying to recap south, but at this point they have the north on a harder lockdown than we have had these past few months. So basically the Wuhan region up here will never be taken. And yeah, as you can see, the Su-85 is doing pretty good at actually killing the tanks, but it's not exactly helpful in pushing in like the T-34-85s would have been. Yeah, here comes a bit of a fight down south. Up north, yeah, they tried to push into the base somehow with infantry, but with the double cap, it's going to take like 3 minutes of game time for the Allies to lose, except there really isn't any way that they can cap up here. So, wait, is there? That's a lot of infantry, but like, oh, right. There's no more anything. Nice Katyusha, nice Panzerwerfer, and the Germans are the last ones standing, so they can still cap. Because they have more infantry, and that means that they cap. And this 120mm mortar has survived the entire game, although not with the same crew. Nice snipe. These support guns have proven themselves in the long term. I'm sure Psycho's very happy about them. Jesus Christ. Oh, another crocodile. I mean, they do still have a little bit of time to use this crocodile to be somewhat useful. Here comes an airborne assault. And why did the tanks pull back and let the infantry move in on its own? No clue. King Tiger! So Psycho's like, I'm gonna build a King Tiger. And I think that's a pretty good choice, not gonna lie. Recapping the south. Triple cap. Now that's gonna get decapped by the Brits, but now here comes Panther, here comes the KT. Yada yada yada. Yo, holy shit. Raid operation allows tanks to cap. Right. I remember seeing like epic AEC armored car plays with this thing. Anyway, there goes the Firefly, of course, dead. Ooh, recapped in the south. 17 points versus 72. But Grenadiers. I gotta say, in this particular game, the 5-man Grenadiers might have been more useful than the MG42 Grenadiers, because it looks like the Axis didn't really need that much anti-infantry firepower anyway. And so having the bigger size squads for pushing was actually pretty good. So yeah, I guess that helped in the end. GG. So 1 hour and 6 minutes. That was a long goddamn time. How long is the cast running? 1 hour and 21 minutes. There we go. So, want to thank y'all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you soon.